don't you hand me your driver's license?
Because Texas law states I only have to exhibit them. I don't have to hand them over.
Say again?
I'm not answering any questions.
Why don't you want to answer any questions?
Because I'm exercising my Fifth Amendment right now. Am I free to go or am I still being detained?
A Texas deputy claims a driver was following another vehicle too closely and initiates a traffic stop. Minutes later, the discussion is no longer focused on the alleged violation, but on extracting answers the deputy doesn't appear to have already. So, when a stop begins with a traffic offense and ends with a constitutional standoff, what was the real investigation?
Hey, how are you? Can you roll your window down a little bit more for me so I can hear you?
That should be good enough.
Can you roll the window down just a little bit more so I can hear you?
I can hear you just fine.
I can't hear you because of all the traffic.
I can hear you just fine. I'll speak up a little louder so you can hear me.
Speak up a little bit for me. I'm Deputy Henny, Grayson County Sheriff's Office.
That's
Get
fine.
Your license, got your insurance with you?
Yep.
Stop began with a claim that the driver violated Texas Transportation Code, Section 545.062. It requires motorists to maintain an assured clear distance between vehicles. But if the deputy already witnessed the offense, why would he need the driver to explain it?
Yep. May I ask the reason for the nature of the stop?
I will after you hand me your license and insurance, okay? Can you hand me your driver's license?
It's on this side here. Traffic's noise. If you're worried about the traffic, you're on the same side as the traffic noise, okay?
Guy, I can't hear you. Roll the window down just a little bit more for me, okay?
You're worried about the traffic noise. You're on the same side as the traffic over there. So I'll go ahead and get the luxury of you to put my driver's license and my insurance on this side of the window here. Okay?
Before fully explaining the reason for the detention, the deputy requests identification and proof of insurance. The driver complies by exhibiting the required documents. At this point, the law requires production of identification, not admissions about guilt.
You want to hand me your driver's license?
No, they're right here.
Why won't you hand me your driver's license?
Because Texas law states I only have to exhibit them. I don't have to hand them over.
Well, you want to hold it out so I can get your information?
It's right here. Right against the window here.
This way so I can get your information.
I don't want to have to reach over there. I don't want you to say I'm reaching for anything. I want to keep my hands where you can see them. Everything right here that you need is right against this window here. And I'm just going to remain silent for the rest of the traffic stop, okay?
What exactly is the basis for the stop? Instead of immediately detailing the alleged violation, the deputy begins asking investigative questions. Is the officer explaining evidence he already has, or looking for evidence he does not?
I can hear you just fine, so I'm pretty sure I can hear you.
I can't hear you because of the traffic, and you got this window rolled down like 3 inches.
Yeah, sure. You can tell me why you pulled me over.
Okay, do you want to know what the reason?
Yes, I'm still waiting.
Okay. Hey, did you happen to see me sitting on the side of the road back there a couple miles?
No, I was just driving on the road.
Hey, when you came by in the left-hand lane, but you're following the vehicle in front of you, about probably a car length and a half back.
Once the deputy claims the driver was following too closely, the focus shifts to questions about distance and driving behavior. He asks how close the driver was to the vehicle ahead, and whether he knew he was following too closely. Those answers could become evidence, which is why the questions matter.
Were you aware that you're going that close?
I have a dash cam right here.
I can't hear you.
I understand. I know how far I was away from the vehicle.
How far were you?
What's that?
How far were you from the vehicle in front of you when you came by?
I know how far away. I know how far away I was, and that's all I'm gonna say.
How far were you then?
I have it on my dash cam. That's all I'm saying.
You what?
I have it on my dash cam right here, which is recording.
Rather than speculate, the driver points toward his dash camera and declines to answer. That decision may seem simple, but legally it is significant because the government carries the burden of proving a violation. A citizen is not generally required to help establish the facts necessary for a citation.
And that's all I'm going to say.
So you're aware that you're probably like a car length and a half or so back from this person in front of you?
I'm going to say it's on my dash cam.
Say again?
It's on my dash cam.
Okay. Hey, do you know how fast you were going when you came by chance?
It's on my dash cam.
How fast were you going?
It's on my dash cam.
You don't know how fast you were going?
It's on my dash cam.
Okay. All right. Hey, when's the last time you got a ticket? Mr. Turner, when's the last time you got a ticket?
I'm remaining silent right now.
Say again?
I'm going to remain silent.
You're going to remain silent?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, hey, I'll be right back with you, okay?
The deputy then asks another critical question. How fast were you going? Notice what is happening here. Instead of relying solely on independent evidence, the investigation begins seeking verbal confirmation from the very person accused of violating the law. This is where constitutional protections become critical. Under the Fifth Amendment, a citizen cannot be compelled to provide statements that may be used against him. And under Terry v. Ohio, an officer may briefly detain a person based on reasonable suspicion. But Terry authorizes investigation, not self-incrimination, meaning the driver must comply with lawful orders while retaining the right to decline questions that could help build the government's case.
Hey, roll that window down a little bit more and check that tent.
All right, give me 1 second.
Just a little bit more. You go ahead and put your camera up here, that's fine. Just do it a couple more inches for me, okay? There you go. Let me hold the camera so you can get the reading.
I see it 29.7.
29.7. All right. So, you live up here now?
The driver eventually invokes his Fifth Amendment right and announces that he will remain silent. This immediately changes the encounter because the deputy must now rely on independently gathered evidence rather than voluntary admissions. The investigation continues, but the source of evidence becomes far more limited. Another important case is Berkemer versus McCarty, where the Supreme Court examined roadside questioning during traffic stops. The court recognized that traffic stops are investigative encounters, but it also confirmed that constitutional protections remain relevant throughout those interactions.
You living up here now?
I'm not answering any questions.
Say again?
I'm not answering any questions.
Why don't you want to answer any questions?
Because I'm exercising my Fifth Amendment right now.
Okay. All right. You do this all the time?
I can give you a business card after we're finished.
Say again?
I said I can give you a business card after we're finished.
Please? We're done.
We're done?
This is a warning for the traffic stop.
What was the
Huh?
What was the warning for?
What did I tell you why you originally got pulled over? For following too closely?
I'm not sure you were asking me questions, so I'm not sure if that was the reason why you were pulling me over. So you were asking me if I was following too close. You asked me how fast I was going.
Yeah.
But I still don't know why you're pulling me over.
Because you were following the vehicle in front of you.
Eventually, the deputy confirms the basis for the stop and issues only a warning. No citation is written, no court appearance is required, no fine is assessed. After all the questioning, the government's response to the alleged violation amounts to a verbal caution. The legal issue becomes increasingly clear. Texas Transportation Code, Section 545.062, gave the deputy authority to investigate whether the driver was following too closely. It did not automatically require the driver to estimate distances, discuss speed, or provide statements that could later be used as evidence.
That's why you got pulled over. If you have all that stuff on your dash camera, you'll know it. Okay?
Sure.
So, when you go back and look at it, you probably see my car parked on the side of the road. So you living up in this area now?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
All right.
Can I get your business card or anything like
I
that?
don't have any with me. Do you have a business card? I have one of yours?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Can I get your name and badge number?
It's Hanning, number 18.
And your name and badge number?
Barker, 12.
A window tint inspection follows, and the driver complies with the deputy's request. This moment highlights an important legal principle often misunderstood by the public. Exercising constitutional rights does not mean refusing lawful instructions or escalating the encounter.
Am I free to go or am I still being detained?
Oh, you're free to go. So where's this at?
That outcome creates an obvious question. If the evidence was strong enough to justify an enforcement action, why was no citation issued? And if the evidence was uncertain, was the deputy attempting to obtain admissions that would fill the evidentiary gaps? The controversy didn't end on the roadside. Alleging violations of his constitutional rights, the driver later filed a federal civil rights lawsuit seeking $1.2 million in damages against the deputy and the department. The lawsuit argues that the stop and subsequent investigation exceeded lawful boundaries, turning a routine traffic encounter into a costly legal battle over accountability and constitutional protections. What began as a routine allegation of following too closely became a practical demonstration of the difference between compliance and self-incrimination. The deputy went looking for answers, but the driver chose to let the evidence speak for itself, And when the stop ended with only a warning, viewers were left wondering whether the government's case was ever as strong as the questions suggested.